Yo YouTube, it's your boy Rashawn, back at it again with another video. Today's video will be ranking all Chapter 7 Season 3 in Fortnite's sprites. We'll be ranking all the sprites that was gave to us during this season. This season it really wasn't the best because of finding all these different types of sprites. As y'all may know, the Grim and the 0 point sprite was the very hardest ones to find. They were basically non-existent in the games and was found by a slight few players in games. Luckily for me, I traded and indexed my sprites. I basically traded sprites people needed for those 0 points in Grim, so hey, at least I got it. So I'm very grateful for that. But today we'll be ranking all the sprites that was given to us. Starting off, we got the Punk Sprite. The Punk Sprite, it basically is useless from level 1 to level 4. But once you get to level 5, it gives you infinity ammo, which is very good, but at the same time, it's basically useless for all the other levels, which makes it lame in my opinion. So I'm gonna put that in. I'll give it a D tier. Basically because it's basically useless. By the time I reach level 5, I already have a lot of ammo. Once I reach level 5, so it's basically useless. So yeah, we're gonna put that in a D tier. Next sprite is the Fire Sprite. It basically creates a fiery burst when doing enough damage to your enemy, and this sprite it's lame. It is terrible. It's basically a trap for yourself. Let's say you was in a good fight and you was low and you killed the enemy you was fighting, and you got close to him and that fire came up from the ground and basically kills you too. So that is terrible. Fortnite, they basically nerfed this sprite throughout the season, so it basically don't do that damage no more. Only thing you do it to the player, your enemy as well. So this sprite was very terrible. F tier. Next is the Water Sprite. The Water Sprite basically replenishes your shield and your health while you're in the water. It replenishes you and your teammates' shield while you're in the water. This sprite is okay. I don't really use it. I don't really like get in the water much. Most of my fights happen on land, but once you do use it and once you do get in water, it do come in clutch from time to time. But it's not really good most of the part, so it's going to a C tier. Next sprite is the Dream Sprite. I really like this sprite. At each level gives you rare items and weapons, such as the 7 boots, those shockwave rocks, and different types of other items. And this sprite is actually the only sprite that extracts itself, which basically comes in clutch, which a reason I like it very much. And because of that, this sprite is going into the S tier. And because I really like it, because like I said, it extracts itself, which I wish all the sprites did that, but hey. The next sprite is the Demon Sprite. It basically gives you siphon for every kill you get. It starts off with 10 shield. Then as each level grows, you get more shield, more siphon throughout the leveling up. It really comes in clutch if you know how to use it properly. And I'm gonna give this a B tier, cause the siphon, it don't really give you much siphon, which I really hate. But if you really like it, hey. But I'm giving it a B tier. Next is Earth Sprite. The Earth Sprite, it basically gives you like a rare chance to find different items. finding additional rare items when opening chests. Some people like this sprite due to the fact that once you use it and once you open chests, you might have a small chance to find like different rare sprites. So that's why a lot of people like their sprite. But it's like the drain sprite give you like different items and stuff like that. But I'm gonna give it a B tier because sometimes they don't really give you good loot, especially the loot I want. But hey, we gonna give it a B. The duck sprite is next. The duck sprite is basically replenishes your shield when you're dancing. I kind of like this sprite. It basically, once you start dancing, it takes a while for it to kick in. But once it do kick in, it starts giving you shield, which I really like. Once you keep leveling up, it give you more shield. It'll like give you shield faster and stuff like that once you dance. But hey, who out there in the open just dancing? But I really like this sprite. We also gonna give it a B tier. It's also going into the B tier as well. Next is the king sprite. It basically make your pickaxe do more damage. It comes in a clutch. When you play your game right, once you like get in a good fight and you start swinging that pickaxe, it'll do a lot of damage. It starts off small, but as you keep leveling up your sprite, it does more damage. I like it, but it's also gonna be in the B tier because hey, the damage, I'm just not good on my pickaxe, so it's going in the B tier. Okay, next is the ghost sprite. The ghost sprite. This basically grants cloak after you reload, and this is one of my personal favorites. It's probably one of my #1 favorite of all time in this season, because every time after you reload, it basically turns you invisible, which is basically important in games, which helps you get the upper hand. And y'all already know this is going into the S tier because it's one of the goated sprites ever. If one of the sprites, if it's like very rare sprites you can't find, instead of the 0 point and green sprites, it should be like the ghost sprite should be very rare to find, because this comes in clutch. The invisibility when reloading is basically very good. Speaking of the devil, the 0 point sprite. This sprite, let's say you're shielding up or healing up. It basically puts out like a shield bubble for you for protection, which is pretty good, especially in 0 build. You're low in 0 build and you need to heal, shield up and stuff like that. It comes in clutch. But due to the fact that it's very hard to find, I'm going to go to C tier for 0 point. That's probably the Grim too, because it's so hard to find and stuff like that. But man, what y'all think? Should I put that in the C tier or A tier? But I'm gonna follow my first mind. It's going to the C tier because it's basically hard to find these guys, and yeah, it's important. Yeah, the sprites, the sprite ability is important, but it's just hard to find the 0 point, and which I really hated about that. So yeah, it's going in the C tier. The burnt peanut is next. I don't really like this sprite. This sprite was a very controversial sprite because this dude he's known for a lot of slurs and stuff like that, but that Fortnite still put him in the game. He's put a sprite in the game for him, which honestly I hate when Fortnite did that. They didn't really listen to the community, and they still put this sprite in the game. But it's going in the F tier. It gives you like mythic weapons, a chance of finding mythic weapons and stuff like that. But it was still terrible So let's go to the F tier. The fish sprite. The fishy sprite. The fishy on me sprite. It basically makes you move faster once under attack. Basically, once you're under attack, and make you swim faster as well. Just give me a second, guys. Got my nets down. It basically makes you swim faster and gain a brief speed boost when damaged. This sprite it basically comes in clutch a lot of times, and hey, I really like this fish sprite. So I'm gonna give it an A tier. It's not in the S tier realm, but it's a very good basic good sprite to use. Bear with me, cause I don't know the name of this sprite. I think it's like once you slide, give you like a boost. Like it destroys everything in your path when you slide. What is it called? The Vinny Jr. sprite. It says it grants a heavy increase in structural damage after sprinting and overdrive after sliding. Slide kicking the enemies will increase fire rate and reload speed buff. I have forgot the name of the sprite. I don't use it real much, but the time I do use it, I like it very much. As I said, you like overdrive effect, slide kicking. I actually like that ability. So we're gonna go B tier for this. I know a lot of y'all saying it's so many things in the B tier, but it's my list. If I put everything in the B tier, it's because of me. This is my tier list. Make your own. The Batman sprite. This Batman sprite basically gives you the Batman grappler without actually buying his grappler, because when you go to the Batman NPC and try to buy that grappler, it costs 2,000 gold. So this Batman sprite is basically battle stats, so you have to pay that 2,000 gold. It's pretty okay, pretty goated and everything. Make you get like a higher boost and everything, but once you try to go to the ground and you try to fall to the ground and use your glider, it make you go up even more when you try to just get to the ground and everything. But it's a pretty good sprite though. So I'm gonna give it a B tier again. Like I said, B tier, the cursed B tier. But next sprite is John Wick sprite. This basically once knocked or eliminated opponents get scanned to reveal nearby enemies for a short duration period. John Wick sprite it's okay. I like John Wick sprite, but I don't really like using much time, but it's a pretty good sprite. Especially when you're playing squads and trios and duels and all that, it basically helps reveal those players. So I'm gonna give the John Wick sprite an A tier because of that reason. The Striker sprite, another one of my personal favorites. Instead of the 0 point and Grim sprites being rare, it should be the Striker sprite that should be rare. Because once you mantle and hurdle across stuff, it basically give you the overdrive effect, which basically comes in clutch, make you move faster and everything. And because of that, because of the speed boost it gives, it's going in the S tier. The Llama sprite. The Llama sprite it's basically once you level up each time, once you go to an ammo box, it basically lets you get what that word called? It basically lets you level your upgrade your weapon. Basically make you upgrade your weapon to rare, to mythic and stuff like that. But it's still useless to me. It was hard to find at first, which is terrible. I don't know, I like Fortnite making these sprites very hard to find, but The llama sprite is going to a C tier because the use of it is not very good to me. The Pilly sprite. Pilly sprite is one of the other worst sprites on this list. It basically supposed to help you find rare sprites. Its user gets marked around the map within a ping radius after they send out a ping to their teammates with rare sprites nearby. It basically help you find rare sprites, which is this sprite is basically used because I be using it. It don't really ping out rare sprites for me, but it puts you on a map, which is very annoying. And because it marks you across the map and don't really ping other rare sprites, this is going into the F tier. Going straight into the F tier. It's basically useless, guys. I think this is the Polo sprite next. I think it's pretty good because I might be using it. Let's see. Give me a moment, guys. Looking at my notes. Yeah, the Polo sprite. It replenishes shield for its user and their squad mates in a short amount of time after eliminating an enemy player. To me, this is way better than the Siphon sprite, which just give you like 10 from a moment, and so on and so on. I believe this is a better version of the Siphon sprite, so I really like this. It's going into the A tier. The Boss sprite. Boss sprite, it basically is a clutch. It basically is A tier. More than A tier. It's S tier because it gives you high amount of HP. It gives you a high amount of shields too. And because of that, it's going to the S tier because it comes in clutching during like end round and your opponent don't have that much health and they're low and you still got a lot of health because of the boss sprite. It basically comes in clutch most games. I see a lot of people in my games I play, they always at least about a couple have a boss sprite on, so it's going in the S tier. Air sprite. Sorry guys, don't hate me, but I'm not really the fan of the air sprite, especially in zero build. I mostly play zero builds, but the air sprite, when I be using my shockwaves, it basically don't let me shockwave out there because I be jumping too high there, dang. But it's pretty good if you know how to use it. It makes you run faster, jump faster than your opponents. So it do have a benefit, but I'm not really get jiggy with it, so I'm gonna give it a C tier. It's very mid, very mid. The next sprite is the Aura sprite. If you deal enough damage, it gives you one of those pop rocks, those shockwave dings. Where is it? It basically gives you. Yep, it basically gives you a shock rock charge when you deal enough damage to enemies. I don't really like this one because due to the fact that you gotta do a lot of damage just to get one up, so it's basically useless. Just use the shock on the rocks on the ground. But I'm gonna give it a B tier because it is good if you do get one. But no, I don't give it a C tier. Cause if you can like do enough damage, basically get you all three of the shockwaves on you, it's very good. But it takes a while to get those shock rocks on you. The 7 sprite, I actually like the 7 sprite. It basically marks your enemies footprints for a short duration. Green footprints mean they're nearby. Yellow mean it was like a minute before they came. It's pretty goated. The 7 sprite. I actually like it and everything. So I'm gonna give it an A tier because it does come in clutch a lot of times. Once you're tracking people down, like you're fighting somebody and they run away and you chase after them, and let's say you see their footprints, and you can just chase those footprints and hunt them down. So yeah, A tier. And the Iron Mouse sprite, to be honest, I never used Sprite. I had got it to level 5, and extracted and everything, but I never got to use its ability. The ability is regenerate health for its user when running low. Also grants cloak at low gravity while regenerating. So, but when I was using this, I really never got low with it. So, hey, but it did, but way it seemed like it does come in the clutch. So I'm gonna go A tier with this one. I know y'all saying you never used it, so why do you got an A tier? But it regenerates health once you're low, which it's pretty good if I did use it. So I'm gonna give it an A anyway, cause I like it, and it's one of the it got a good design to it, a unique design to it. And I forgot the ground sprite, I believe. What are the sprites I forgot? The ground, yeah, I have forgot the ground, but such as a 0 point, it's also going to the C tier too, because first, it's hard to find it, and second is, I think with the gremlin, like once they start shooting at you, they hit you, it marks the enemy for a short period of time. It's not really a good ability to me to be that very rare. So yeah, it's going in the C tier. So there you have it, guys. My full list of sprites ranking for this chapter. I'm just ready for this season to be over. But hey, tell me what your list be looking like, what your rankings are. And this is your boy, Rashawn, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.
All you gotta do